Hello everybody, in this video we will try to discuss Venus, one of the Venus nakshatras, that is Purvaphalguni. So the Venus nakshatras are Bharani, Purvaphalguni and Purvashadha. So every Venus nakshatra actually lies in the middle of a fiery sign. Like if you see Bharani nakshatra, it is at the center of Aries. That is in the center of Aries from 1320 to 2640 you can find Bharani. Another fiery sign Leo at the center 1320 to 2640 you can find Purvaphalguni, and Purvashadha at the center of Sagittarius, that's from 1320 to 2640 of Sagittarius. All are fiery signs like Aries or Leo or Sagittarius. All the three are basically fiery signs. So Purvaphalguni is represented in the night sky by two bright stars basically. So there are so many stars in the night sky, but our ancient identified only certain group of stars have the influence on the people on the earth, because moon actually travels in that particular path of those nakshatras. So Purvaphalguni has two stars. Every nakshatra, every nakshatra has some group of stars, you can say. So Purvaphalguni has two stars. So these two stars combinedly we call it as Purvaphalguni. So if you take some other star like you take a star like Mula, you take a nakshatra like Mula nakshatra has 9 stars, right? So here Purvaphalguni has two bright stars. So it's in the sign of Leo. So these stars can be seen forming a part of the line shape. So Leo itself is nothing but lion. It looks like lion, right? So it has some kingly qualities there. So we'll discuss that. So these stars can be seen forming a part of the line shape usually associated with this particular sign of Leo. However, ancient Vedic Munis or Rishis, they saw these two stars as representing the back legs of a cot. The back legs of a cot, not the front legs of a cot, instead back legs of a cot. So back legs of a cot here are very much important because they give us some kind of, they are mainly responsible for us to take rest, right? So if you observe the sense of that, the back legs, right, so they give us lot of rest. They are responsible to give that rest. So these stars are known in modern astronomy as something like delta Leonis, theta Leonis, we say them, right? The visible magnitude is more or less similar to 2.56. The visible magnitude is it's not so great, right? If the visual magnitude is lesser, the brightness of the star is more. But here the visual magnitude is 2.56. It is a very high number, right? If it is in 0.6 or 0.4 or something like that, then you can say the visual magnitude, right? In that case, the brightness is more. But here the visual magnitude itself is 2.56, which is suggesting the brightness is not so great. So it is very easy to locate these stars in the night sky as Leo is brightest sign. You can say the whole Leo you can easily identify because basically the whole Leo is of course brightest, good enough brightness, right? So you can easily identify this particular Purvaphalguni nakshatra in the night sky. Now, so it has 2 stars, so you can easily identify it. So till now we got only one sense, that is it looks like it's a part of the lion, so part of the kingly qualities it has, and also it's similar to a back legs of a cot. So these stars are located in the night sky. When they are located in the night sky, you can easily identify them. So Purvaphalguni translates into the former reddish one. That is the meaning, right? The former reddish one, the former. Or it's a kind of little fig tree. We know, right? Figs. So it's in Sanskrit, every word has different meanings. So Purvaphalguni, if you see, it translates into the former reddish one. Reddish here, right, is very much important. So the color red always evokes a wide variety of meanings and feelings. You can understand. So this nakshatra has a lot to do with the nature, qualities and temperament generally associated with the color red. So the nature of red, the qualities of red, the temperament, red is very brightest. So the fig tree translation here we mentioned is a more, it's a kind of why we have this fig tree here. We'll try to discuss that. So the fig tree basically is a kind of, it represents a kind of procreative nature, right? So procreative nature, that means before creation, whatever you try to do, right, that can be represented by this procreativeness. So the little fig tree is actually the representation of procreativeness. So it's a Venus nakshatra, right? So basically that procreativity can be the part of it by default. So its main symbol, if you see the legs of a bed, right, especially the front legs. So the bed referred to here is not the bed we use for sleeping during the night time or any time, but a divan or bed used for, for daytime. Actually it's not the nighttime thing. You can say it's actually it's a cot we use at the daytime especially. So here the bed that it is representing, it's actually it's not a bed that we sleep in the early morning or at night time. Basically I want to tell you, it's not a sleeping bed. It's a very casual bed, the front legs of a casual bed in the sense you just take rest there, right? You just take rest in the daytime. Let us say there's a hottest summer, you don't want to sleep, but you just want to rest, you just want to very leisurely, very casually, you just want to sit there, or you just want to, or you can also say it can be represented by a swinging hammock, right? So a swinging hammock, you don't really sleep, you just sit there and you just swing, right? You don't really sleep. So what is the meaning of this? Very leisurely you're sitting there, right? The kind of energy, right, the nakshatra has is represented by this swinging hammock, or the daytime bed or couch, a divan cot, you can say generally, right? You don't sleep really, you don't sleep very deeply there, you just take rest very normally, casually, right? Even you don't close your eyes, right? So it is pretty clear from the symbolism that comfort is a key word for this particular nakshatra. So Purvaphalguni, what they want, basically they want comfort. So what is the planetary lord of this nakshatra? It is basically, it is Venus. So comfort, right, is there. But Purvaphalguni, basically it checks for the comfort, right? So there are 27 nakshatras. In the 27 nakshatras, the soul looks for comfort and enjoyment after attaining the throne in the previous nakshatra, that is Magha, right? So Magha is basically what? Magha is the nakshatra of a royal throne. Once you sit on the royal throne, how you feel? You feel very relaxed, you feel very comfortable, right? So that is the energy of this nakshatra, right? You're comfortable because you achieved something, and you feel that you achieved something, and you're relaxed, you're comfortable. So that is the energy of Purvaphalguni. So that's why, right? So the whole energy of nakshatras is cyclic in nature, right? The whole nature, of course, is cyclic.